Hi, my name is Muhammad Hafiz Izwan bin Adnan. My number metric F24B1006. Today, I want to present about my poster about protein quality malnutrition. For the introduction, the amount of amino acid, digestion, and bioavailability have been utilized to evaluate the quality of the protein. 9 of the 20 amino acids that were discovered were deemed needed because the human body failed to synthesize them. It was found that proteins derived from animals were easier to digest than those derived from plants. The degree to which amino acids were taken into it in protein synthesis was known as bioavailability. PDCAAS and DIAAS were the two scoring systems that were used. DIAAS was thought to be more accurate. When diet did not provide enough amino acid, protein quality deficit result. Personal need for nutrients were considered to be uniform and limitation amino acid were determined. For the number 2, malnutrition and protein metabolism. In order to preserve important amino acid and nutrient, the metabolic response to hunger lead to a reduction in protein synthesis. Nevertheless, this also reduces the body's capacity to fight infection and raise the possibility of adverse effect. Children in Malawi who were depressed had lower rates of creatine protein following infection than children who were well, although the fact that all groups received diet with the same amount of protein and calories. The role of protein quality in nutrition recovery is shown by the fact that diet including high quality protein, such as white egg. Therefore, it was proposed to provide hungry children with animal-based nutritional aid that is strong in protein in order to support their healing process and preserve their defense. For the number 3, anatomy, physiology, and biochemistry of protein metabolism. Protein metabolism was primarily carried out in the small intestine, which consisted of the duodenum jejunum, where enzymatic digestion and amino acid absorption occurred, and the ileum, where active microbes synthesize and catabolize amino acid. Protein were continuously synthesized and degraded, providing a source of amino acid for new protein synthesis, especially during acute infection growth will increase protein requirement by 15 to 100%. Amino acid requirement were also elevated by chronic disease involving inflammation, although environmental enteric dysfunction was often believed to impair absorption. Recent isotopic studies demonstrated that absorption was not compromised. Further research was considered important to understand the role of good microbiota in protein metabolism. For the number 4, clinical trial evidence regarding protein quality. 2 studies from Malawi showed that the protein content of food supplement affected the recovery of hungry children even when protein quality was taken into consideration. When comparing soy and whey protein weights equal, the group that got whey protein supplementation showed greater weight gain and recovery in the original study. In the second experiment, there were no changes in the clinical result between whey and dairy protein. Some have argued that the advantage of protein source make protein in particular when beyond their reputation as superior protein. Numerous studies have shown the significance of amino acid bioavailability in growth and recovery. For the number 5 is discussion. The usefulness of protein tests that detect gains in muscle mass in both healthy and sick individuals is demonstrated by studies with pets. Due to environmental influence that affect amino acid intake and variation in developmental requirement, the IAAS was accurate among children who were severely losing. It is necessary to gather empirical protein dynamic data in order to increase accuracy. Furthermore, discovered that protein quality affected muscle mass recovery, highlighting the necessity of setting specific scoring to improve recovery result in those who are at risk. For reference, I found 5 related to my poster. So that's all from me. Thank you.